Did you ever know like Michael Jackson or Janet? I mean, you said your family.
Sure, yeah. I met Michael when I was really young on that tour. We actually went out and toured with him. I went on vacation with Jermaine, his brother. We were all family friends, and like I never interacted with Michael that much because he was, Michael, he's upon high. However, with Jermaine, with some of the other brothers, for sure, mostly with Jermaine because he had a son who was younger, and like I was really super young at the time, and yeah, it just was. It was so interesting. The last time I saw Michael was just after he came home from Vegas on the This Is It tour, which got cut short because of the allegations. And I was at the compound. There was this huge party um, in his honor at the compound, Neverland, and I just remember standing back. I mean, backstage. I guess it wasn't really backstage. It was out on the lawn, but it was the backstage sort of area, and it was me, Brandy, Serena Williams. I mean, like all folks were there. I was like, what am I doing here? And I looked out, and I just saw Michael in the distance, and he looked gaunt. He looked pale, and I had the opportunity to go like say hi at some point, but I didn't want to because I just wanted to keep my memories. It was weird. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I just wanted to really keep my memories of Michael and as he was and all that. And I knew that he was suffering. Little did I know what would happen to him, over the course of time. But um, it's just a testament to how fame can really, really take you and really just. There's so many people again that you and I can think of who were taken by fame, and who, with the best intentions, wanted to serve at the highest level and give of themselves, but got caught up in so many of the trappings of fame and the sort of insulation that is not necessarily healthy that massive fame can bring along.
Well, Prince, that's who I think of.
Sure. Yeah. And Prince was a godly man. Prince is
Hmm.
somebody who was very, very much a believer in the word and had been Prince, bricks of cocaine, I'm sure Prince, I'm not sure, but I would assume, right? 80s, all that. Like he'd gone there, been there, done that. I have no doubt in my mind. But towards the end of his life, he was someone who really truly was devout and was, as far as I can understand, doing his best to live right and live well. But again, the need to tour, that passionate. I mean, he's someone who literally slept with his guitar when he was learning to play it because he just wanted to keep it close to him and to be so connected to that guitar. And it's that kind of passion that made him tour and tour and tour and tour to the point where his hip started hurting. And then he just was like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And then his belief systems didn't necessarily allow him to, or encouraged him not to seek certain medical help, right? And then he
Yeah.
got addicted to the painkillers, and then Philip Seymour Hoffman, like so many people, when you don't have your fix for a while, and then you go back to getting it and you go back to the same quantity that you were. It's called whitewashing. When you go back to the same quantity that you used to take before you had that long break or whatever length of break, that is the time when a lot of people will succumb to the respiration rate going down. Like they'll die because they think, oh, I
Yeah.
used to take X amount. That's fine, but their body has not used to it anymore, and so they end up either severely hurting themselves, going to the hospital, or dying. And to think, Prince, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jimi Hendrix. I mean, so many people. Like, what kind of art and music would we have from them? And Michael, had they survived, what could we have learned? You know?
And with Michael, you just saw him there and just something told you like I could approach, but just it's not going to be the
Yeah.
best interaction.
Well, I'm sure he would have been lovely. It just would have hurt. It's like, you see your
Hmm.
hero. You see your hero. And again, it's like that 8-year-old kid who pointed up to that stage and said, I want to do that based on the work that he and his brothers did. That 8-year-old kid who was so bitter every single night when his dad said, it's time to go home, knowing that the next number was Billie Jean and Michael was going to throw the hat out into the audience, even though I had like no chance of catching it. Like that same kid wanted to keep his memories, you know, like that. And,
That
and
makes sense.
yeah. And, you know, it's just I don't know. It's selfish, really. But you know, Michael will always be for me. You know, one of my heroes. One of the reasons why I got into this business, and one of the biggest influences on the music that I sing and the style that I go about singing it in.
What about Janet? Have you ever met Janet?